at the Red Bull Ring in Austria. I'm a lot more awake than last week's round because I've not fallen asleep halfway through between Division 2 and 1. So we have Platt on pole, championship leader. Should have won both races, but his monitor decided not to. We went hey no. So yeah, it's very interesting because it seems like some people have decent consistency in pace. It's just gonna, like every other, like the first two races, how many mistakes Platt makes for the win. But you know, we'll see. Everybody's ready, and for the first time, I think in a very long time, we're actually going to start on time. Who would have thought? So Platt there, the Prima Ducati number 21, one of those iconic numbers for a Ducati. On pole, Sire in second, VTR in third. And we are off. And Fadley's got a long lap penalty already doing jump start. Platt's had a bit of, I think he's had the spin off the start. He's got very unlucky there. Here we go into turn one. Everyone's got a pound to. Oh my god, who's he cut across? So many people have gone down. Sire's gone down. Nelson's gone down. And Fadley's gone down. Lost into Mucho, guys. Oh, and Platt's got 2 long laps as well. He got a jump start, so Platt's been saved. He's been saved hard there. So I don't know what happened there, but quite, 3 crashes. Got to restart. So that explains Platt's spinning. He just released the clutch a tiny bit too early, along with Fadley, and he got some wheel spin. Just waiting on Finley, and we will get going again. So take 2 in Division 1. Bradley gets a second chance to not mess it up. Sire, he had a perfect start, but then dumped it at turn 1. Let's see what can happen now. People activating their ride height devices. Side out, you can see his rear end dropping, and we are off again. Platt having a brilliant start there. Let's ready to walk that. It's Sire who's going to take the whole shot into turn 1. Someone's been forced off, and Platt goes right off the track. Loads of people going off the track there, and it is Sire who leads the way as we go into the chicane for the first time. Howling goes up the inside of both of them. Platt's got extremely wide. Howling's gone straight on. Platt's gone straight on. They've all gone. Too many have gone straight on. And who's gonna get? And none of them are gonna get long laps. Look! Oh my! Who's that? That's Craig who's gone down. Oh, that's Suzuki that's down. That's Jack Bergman. He's gone down. Chaos has ensued, and Sire is away. VTR is now going to be the victim of the Ducati horsepower and slipstream. He pulls to the right onto the brakes. He's gonna outbrake him surely into turn 5, and he is through.
I want to know why this gets red flagged when one person crashed, but when I crash at Silverstone, I don't get red flagged. You're all dirty, literally.
Going through turn, what turn's that? 7 and now into 8. Through the right-handers. We approach now up the hill. Ooh, Sire with a big shake on the front. We saw all the Yamahas struggling with that, and Howling. He said he Nelson and Finn, they said they found something, and Fats found something. Honda's found something just a few minutes ago. Let's see what they can produce. Into the braking zone of turn 1. Oh my god. It's all bunching up here for 4th place. Right. Long laps for Nelson. For Fadley and right. Well, we give them long laps. I hope I've given it to the right people. And Sire now is under pressure from Platt. Can Platt take the lead right up the lead? That's, I mean, it's no contest. Yamaha versus Ducati in a straight line. There's only one winner, but Sire's going to fight it. Make the Ducati go the long way round, which he does not want to do. And the contact between them, and Sire holds on. So through the second and third sector now we go through. And Finley's gone down. Through the right. Rising up the hill. Starting lap 3 of 14. 12 to go. Onto the brakes into turn 1. I imagine we start seeing some of them take the long laps in the background. None of them have taken it, so into the chicane we go. Platt looking for a way through, and Fadley has gone down, and Adam has been taken with him. Or he's not been taken, but he's been impacted by it. Fadley now, not Fadley, Sire, holding on to the lead, keeping Platt at bay for now. Nelson and Howling, the two Repsol Hondas, 4th and 5th. This is the strongest showing we've seen from the pair of them together. Just off VTR. One of them looking to get a podium place. Nelson got 2nd place at Silverstone. Had moments between these two. Got to think it's only a matter of time. Platt's just going to use the horsepower in the right place at the right time. Side's riding really well, nice and defensive. Through the right. Oh, Platt's gone on the curb. You do not want to be doing that. And look at that, to cost him off a second. Oh, and Nelson's gone down. Nelson's crashed into the final corner. I'm guessing he got on the curb and the bike said no. So it's now VTR versus Howling for the final podium spot. Down the street, Platt going all the way to the white line on the right there. And the gap's gone up to 8 tenths. So that Yamaha is really strong in the first sector. Howling's made a mistake through the chicane and has lost quite a bit of time to the Suzuki. So Sire, what is, you know, he's found something overnight, and his race pace is looking quite strong here. So yeah, if Platt can close the gap somewhat, but the gap's growing, it's still 8 tenths. Oh, what, Platt's got it nicely turned in there compared to Sire, and that's about a 10th gained. Through turn 9, rising up the hill, this is where the Ducati will gain a few bits of time. Through 4th, 5th, 6th gear, those are the gears where the Ducati just takes chunks of time out of all the other bikes. Through the final corner they go for them, and the gap remains at half a second at the end of the lap, so identical lap times near enough for these two. Can Sire maintain that advantage in sector 1, or was that just a one-time thing? Into the chicane again. And Platt's beginning to close the gap. Into the hairpin. Is this where the move comes? Fadley's gone down again, and Jack is promoted to 6th place. Fadley just why do we keep saying? Platt and Sire seem to be very even for pace right now. Platt maybe just got a bit more, but Sire is doing a whole different thing on that Yamaha. As Platt goes onto the grass there, you don't want to be doing that there. He's looking to stay on. As Fadley down in 9th and last place. He's a former winner in VollGazz, so he's got the potential to be at the front. Just needs to get rid of those mistakes. Oh, Platt's have a massive moment on the front there, the front nearly washing out. So Platt seems to be fast, it's just that bike does not want to be, it just doesn't seem to have the consistency. The bike's making all kinds of shapes that we've seen from mainly the Yamahas. On the brakes, lots of unstable movements. It's the chicane again. All sides a bit wide. He maintains the gap. Where one bike gains, the other one gains somewhere else. Hard on the brakes into the hairpin. That Ducati's usually strong in braking zones, but the Yamaha just punches out of the corner using its torque. Any first, second gear corners that Yamaha will drive away from the Ducati, and as soon as you start going up the box, the Ducati reclaws it back. Change the direction. The rear sliding. It's all it wants to do. It's in 4th gear now, 5th, now maybe even 6th, depending on your gearbox. Shifting down to 3rd or 2nd gear. Plat's gained a lot. Oh my! Through that section there, and now he's on the back on the back of Saya. Oh, we had a bit of a slide, and Saya gets a punch out the corner. The gap remains at 0.2 per second, but Plat's going to gain into turn 1 again. At the end of this lap, we'll reach the halfway point. Can Platt find a way through? He has another moment on the front. He is pushing this Ducati to its absolute limit to try and catch and pass Saya. This reminds me of Siren Nelson last season. Both Saya's had a massive moment on the front, and that's allowed Platt to go through. The first real mistake from Saya all race. The front that Yamaha just getting on the curb. Massive wobble. He's good job from Saya to stay on. Now what can Platt do from this position? Can he extend the gap, or will Saya be able to hold on and attack as well? Let's see. Through the left, you got Nelson and Finley together. The two Hondas hard on the brakes, and Nelson is through. That turn there, turn 5, was Finley's weakest corner for what I could tell. I mean, he was struggling everywhere. This was a place that was struggling as well. Change of direction. And Finley still just can't get that bike turned in, as well as Nelson. There's just something amiss with this Honda. Does not want to turn. It's fine once you get the bike into the corner, but it seems like just on entry, just does not want to do what the rider wants it to. BTR in a safe 3rd place for now, but Howling's 1.8 back, so VTR's got to just make sure it doesn't make any mistakes. And was that Howling who just went straight on? No, okay. Saya's gone down. Saya's gone down. He was pushing to try and catch Platt back up, and he's gone down. Whereas VTR is there, so Saya's still in 2nd place. Platt's now just got to bring it home for a 2nd win of the season. Saya doing 6 perfect laps, holding off Platt for all that time, and just pushed to stay with him, and he's gone down. Can't fault his efforts. Oddly, not too far from Finley and Nelson, so should any of those make a mistake, maybe he won't finish in last place, but he's got another long lap to do, so bad news for the Aprilia rider. Jack's just all by himself. Adam's all by himself. Yeah, unfortunately, all the gaps are quite big at the moment. Nelson pulling away from his fellow Honda rider. Honda's just not the bike to be on this season. As they already go on to lap 9 now, just 6 laps to go. Finn's actually gaining 0.2 of a second there in the final sectors, so maybe it's not fully over. Hard on the brakes into the chicane. See, the bike just does not want to On changing direction, the bike's fine. It's just trying to get that bike into the corner. Does not want to do it. Down the straight. Hard on the brakes. Getting a bit sideways. That will help. And he's actually got it in nicely there, so he has definitely made a step. But it just seems he's just still missing something. Jack by himself, 5 seconds behind Adam, 2.7 seconds in front of Nelson. He's got to put the pace up here because he will lose that spot with his 3-second time penalty from not, well, I'll say failing to do the long lap. I assume he tried to do it. So into the final corner. Bradley's gone down again. That is pretty much race over for him. Howling 1.3 behind VTR. He's got some late race pace here. Can he catch the Suzuki? He's pushing on. Been ill the past couple of days. It's a great heroic ride from him. Always been a Honda fan. Getting the back, there we go, he's a bit more sideways than yesterday. How we usually see him in the braking zones. And Adam just in 5th place. Second in the championship at the moment. He might have to concede that to VTR. He might be getting his third place of the season. He loves 3rd place in the moment. So consistency is key, and he's going to have an average of 3rd place and have a good solid 30 points to his championship tally if it stays like this. But the gap is now 1 second. Howling has got something in those in these final in those middle 2 sectors, but he's lost it all in the last corner. And Nelson's gone down again. Where's he crashed this time? He's crashed at turn 9. I guarantee he's just gone over the bumps and then the front and rear's just had an absolute failure. And he rejoins the circuit. Bradley's gone. Finley looks like it's going to be a 7th place for him, unless he can close 8 tenths down to Jack in front of him. Might on be well, the pair of well, you got quite a few of them here. Might be on the cusp of a long lap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them could be on for a long lap penalty here. And Adam is closing in on Howling as well. Adam could be gaining for his 3rd top 4 finish of the season. Hard on the brakes into turn 5. The front just could have turned in a little bit earlier there. He's lost about a 10th of a second because of it. As we now change direction into turn 7. Howling's gone. No! Howling's lost the front. At the left-hander. And that is race over. His podium hopes have gone. Now he's got to just consolidate this top 5. Jack's behind him, 4 tenths. Jack's finally got some action. Now, can Adam catch VTR here? And Finley and Nelson have both got long lap penalties due to track limits. Austria, one of the easiest circuits for track limits. And here comes a Suzuki Power, pulls alongside, but it's just not got the legs to fully go past. And he almost runs to the back of Howling. And now we approach the chicane. Onto the brakes. Look it right and then left. The Suzuki turning a lot better, a lot more agile as well. Runs a lot less wings compared to the Honda. Out the corner, but look at that Honda, is just absolutely fired away from that Suzuki. Howling getting the perfect line out of there. That's going to do all that again, which is doing on the brakes. Wow. And he's got that Suzuki stopped very nicely. The rear spinning up and burning up. Change of direction now to the 2 left-handers. Jack running ever so wide. That's just, the front is on the limit. Oh, and he's on a wheelie as well. Rising up the hill. Oh, just doesn't seem to want to turn in there, but he's fine. Into the final corner. Penultimate lap we start now. VTR 1 second lead over Adam for third place. Nelson, his race goes bad to worse. The last sector is absolute dire for him. 3 crashes. Not what you want. And Jack has got a second long lap penalty. Howland's just going to bring it home now, and he's guaranteed a top 5 finish. Sayet, he's going to finish in second unless he crashes again. Strong performance. Unfortunately, just made 2 mistakes, and that's what's cost him the win here. VTR is being caught quick by Adam here, 7/10 the gap. Adam could be on here for a last lap move. Flicking to the left. Always run a little bit wide at the apex, he needs to cut it back. But the Suzuki shouldn't really be making V's, it should be making U's. And Adam is now on the back of the Suzuki. Can VTR use the power of the Suzuki to his advantage? Platt's already started the final lap, that's how far ahead he is. There's the Red Bull in the background. Where can Adam find the way through? On to the last lap. That Suzuki just drives away from the Yamaha. Like, even in slipstream, this Yamaha is absolutely woeful in a straight line, as we see in real life. There we go, into the chicane. Hard on the brakes. Look at the gap he closes in on VTR on the brakes, just a lot stronger. Howland's got a long lap as well now. So Howland's thrown away, well, it's not thrown away because he can just sort of maintain the gap and he'll be fine. Right, here we go, into the hairpin. Gotta make sure you get a good exit out of here. And I'm just not able to. As we now go onto the brakes. Into turn 5, Adam a lot later on the brakes. And he's run a little bit wide because of it. But you can set the bike up a lot earlier. This is where VTR was wide last time. Through the left. Howland, no! Howland's gone down, I don't believe it. He's gone down on the last lap. Black comes out the final corner and he's going to win his second race of 3. And Howland's got... Oh, Howland's run out of fuel! I don't believe it. He comes down around the outside. Here we go into turn 9. He's got to send it. He's got to send it. Surely. No, he doesn't. Sayed's going to cross the line and take second place. Can Adam send it to the final? He's got to send it to the final corner. Surely he's got to. Yes, here he goes up the inside. He makes contact with VTR, and VTR's going to miss out on third place. Adam steals third at the death from VTR. Unbelievable. Jack comes across the line to finish 5th. I thought he was going to crash then. Finley's going to finish as well. A 6th place for him. Nelson is not even going to finish. I can't remember the last time I said that.
Well done, Blair. I'm so sorry. On lap 3, lap.
So Platt, your winner. Sire in second. A good ride for him. The first podium for the reigning champion. Adam in third. VTR in fourth. Jack Berman in fifth. Finley 6th, Nelson 7th, and Howling, who will be frustrated with himself, finishing in 8th, with Fadley in 9th and Craig in 10th. Right, so let's start with Adam. Once PlayStation acknowledges they've joined the party. There we go. Right, Adam, are you here? I hear noises. Right, Adam, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. So it was a bit of a comeback ride for you. You started a bit on the back foot, and you slowly made your way through. You got past Howling after he crashed, and then you left it to the last corner to pass VTR and nab the final podium spot from him. So it's been a strong start for you, a fourth, a first, and a third. You got to be happy with the way you started this season.
Yeah, I'm so happy to get this podium. And do you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm so happy to get this podium. I don't expect to get this podium in the last corner because VTR defend really well, and he really did a good job. And I don't have a good pace for the podium, but yeah, I'm so happy.
Yeah, well done on that. I think you'll be still second in the championship with that move. So we now go to Sire. Sire, it was pretty decent 6 laps. You're in the lead. You held Platt off. Then unfortunately, I think you just got on the curb, had a bit of a moment in the front into turn 4. Then a couple of laps later, you went down at the chicane. But second place, sort of bit of redemption for last week, because you could have won last week or even got second. So you must be happy to be back on the podium.
To be honest, my target is podium, Jack. But I try for the win, but you never know, you see. But I know during the free practice, the Ducati had much more pace on the cornering and speed. Our Yamaha is not working that well, and we managed to find something on the warm-up lap. I got something on the bike. I thought I could have hit it, but I wasn't smooth enough with the bike. I had some, like you said, on turn 4 the bike was shaking. I tried to save it and I crashed, and I tried to push and not to get the mistake on the penalty and to bring home the podium for Yamaha. And I hope to give the best for the next race. Congrats to Flat and also Adam for the podium, and sorry for VTR, he could have gotten the podium too. So we'll see a good show next week and see how it goes.
Yeah, great job. So now we go to the winner. So Platt, last week you should have had a second victory of the season, but your monitor decided otherwise. This time I don't think you had any monitor problems. You had a bit of a task. You always have a task for yourself. Usually it's created by yourself, but this time it was created by Sire. You were making a couple of mistakes here and there, but then you finally got to the back of him. You made one mistake and you never looked back. You cleared off. You won by over 10 seconds. Pretty dominant victory, and you extend your lead in the championship, so you must be happy with that performance.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that race. I mean, the start didn't go according to plan. I wanted to lead into corner 1, but after that I just regained composure, caught back up the Sire. I did make a couple of mistakes, but after he made his mistake I just started to get my head down, keep the pace as steady as I could, 27.0, 26.9 every single lap with the odd faster lap, and just stay consistent. Luckily this time I didn't have any monitor issues like last week. That was pretty terrible, but other than that it was pretty good, and congratulations to Sire and Adam on their podium.
Yeah, well done. So that's been it for round 3. We'll be back, should be next week if something goes wrong, for round 4 at Mandalika in Indonesia. So that could be a wet race quite easily. I mean, I'll check the weather now for next week, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to see thunderstorms. Let me just Yep, it's raining, so probably guaranteed wet race next week. So we'll have to get their rubber ducks out and their raincoats and their wetsuits. Could throw up a surprise. You know, Jack last year was very strong on the wet, so that could be one for him. Anyway, that has been round 3, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.